hip-hop in a bit.
All right. Oh, yes. Welcome, everybody, to Lemon City Live Happy Hour. Drink to that.
Let's go. Mm-hmm.
Yes. You are now tuned in to the Evening Juice with Lemon City Live Friday Night Happy Hour edition, right? We're streaming on Facebook. We're streaming on Twitch. You can follow us at Lemon City Live. And now, for the first time ever, we're also streaming on the 5 Reasons YouTube network. Holla.
Let's go!
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Lemon City Live. And go ahead and give 5 Reasons to follow, man, at 5 Reasons Sports.
All the sports stuff. If you love the Heat, for sure.
Oh, 100%.
But plenty of other great. Yeah, exactly. But Heat, there's no one in the planet doing it better.
No, not at all.
They have like an army of like at least 45 people just covering Heat all the time. It's amazing.
Yeah, dude. It's crazy. And I think, what's it called? They're adding more people, I think, or they're giving more. They're just getting stronger when it comes to Heat stuff. It's insane.
They have like people in other cities that will cover the Heat for them. I've seen that a few times now, where it's like, awesome. The Heat are in Indiana, and we have someone there. Boom, handled. Like it's insane. The reach is real. We
only got people in Orlando. That's about it. Lemon City, man. You know, but we're just some dudes.
We're just bros, bro.
Yeah. It's a good time. But, yep, everybody, welcome. Episode 4, I believe, of the Evening Juice. Yeah. The new season, SZN.
Mm-hmm.
Edwin doesn't want me to spell it like that anymore.
Yeah, but he's an old person.
He's an old person.
He gets no say in these things.
No, he was just pestering me, and I was too tired to fight with him, so now I'm spelling it out. Completely, season. I'm like, God, fine.
Don't let old people, you know. Oh God.
Oh no, yeah. Can't let old people push you around. But sometimes you're tired, bro. You know. Edwin doesn't work. He pretends to work. No, he does work. He does work. But he's not here today. Obviously, right? Where is he? He's not here. He's out celebrating his birthday.
A dinner.
Yeah. Hitting
nice.
Golf balls with his in-laws for his birthday.
Must be nice,
right?
Some people are committed.
Never take me anywhere.
I don't even have in-laws.
Me either.
I don't know. Okay. It might say more about us than it says about Edwin. So who knows? Yeah, we'll get into it later.
That's neither here nor there. Speaking of someone who no longer has in-laws. J-Lo and A-Rod broke up, bro.
Oh, I don't know. I was like so unsurprised by that.
I know, right? I was like, we kind of wanted to have La Sucia here to talk about it, but she ain't ready yet. She ain't ready for this version of the show.
It's got to clean it up.
She's not ready to show her face, is what it is. No, she doesn't. She doesn't have to clean it up. If anything, she could go crazier.
She got to switch from the old radio brain back to the OG brain where it's no holds barred, bro.
Exactly. But yeah, she's not ready to show her face. I think maybe she got some work done on her nose or something. I don't know. We'll see. She'll come on eventually.
She was like, I'm in Venezuela. I was like, oh yeah, she probably got no job.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And you know over there is dirt cheap right now.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Oh, God. Speaking of La Sucia, she definitely pronounces supposedly with a B. Supposedly, right?
Yeah.
And that was just recently added to the dictionary. What do you think about that?
As someone who takes his words very seriously, granted, I can't spell, but I do appreciate words. I make a living in words. Like, what are we doing as a society?
I don't know, man. Why do we keep pandering to morons?
Like, why do you have to add it? It's because, like, I can see, like, irregardless, because that's a whole different word. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Where supposedly is just literally mispronouncing a word. It's not a different word. It's not a new word. It's just you are dumb or lazy.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Why do they do that? Like, I know they have a rule that if, like, something catches on or whatever and it's used enough, they pretty much have to put it in the dictionary because now it's part of the lexicon or whatever. But no, come on, have some fucking standards, bro. Fuck.
Dude, yeah, but that's new. It's like new words. It's like tweet and GIF and, like stuff like that should get added. Not people just mispronouncing words,
Right? I feel like in the 20s, yeah, she was in the dictionary. Like, just because all the monsters. Yeah, exactly. If social media was around back then, those two would definitely be in Webster's dictionary.
For sure.
Ridiculous. These are the same people that don't let... Yeah, right? These are the same people that don't let Patrick Ewing into the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. It's been a banner week for dummies, man.
Bro.
But the
Knicks take L's, bro. Knicks take L's even when they're not playing.
And I feel like that's not the first time that's happened. Didn't Charles Oakley get into a fight because they were like, "Bro, who are you? Get out of here!"
Yes, that happened to Charles Oakley. Yeah, that happened to Spike Lee.
Yeah, dude. Man, I don't know where they're getting these security people. Listen, they're taking their job serious. All right, there's not going to be anything fishy going down at Madison Square Garden when they don't even know who Patrick Ewing is.
I don't get it. They should have had those people at the Capitol, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah. It's better to have too much safety than not enough safety, but you still look like an idiot. It's like, it's Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, what are you doing? That guy is one of the only Knicks legends around, and he can't even get into the building.
Other than Ewing and Charles Oakley, name another Knick legend. Go.
Well, I don't know. I can name other Knicks, but legends?
That's what I'm saying.
What was it? Oh, God. No. There was a guy that won them their championship whose name escapes me right now.
Exactly. Because he's not a legend. This is what I'm trying to get to.
That guy, you gotta put him up there. It happened so long ago that it didn't, I didn't witness it. So, I can point it out in a multiple choice, but for some reason right now I'm just brain farting and I can't remember the guy's name. I'm sorry, guy.
This is way too much. Listen, there's way too much Knicks talk already on this podcast, and I'm not here for it.
But we're making fun of them, so it's fine.
But still, you're just putting the name out there, and they'll be like, "Oh, we're the Knicks fan." I can't handle those people.
Me either. The reason why I hate all New York teams. Nothing against New York as a city. It's because of all those New Yorkers that come down to Miami, and they're just very obnoxious. I grew up with a bunch of them. For some reason, all my friends had some New York tie, and when I was growing up, and they all liked to rub it in my face every time one of their teams won.
But they didn't win. That's the thing. When's the last time a New York team won anything? The Giants, bro?
The Giants.
That was a long time ago, too.
Maybe Rangers, maybe.
You're going to run around bragging about your hockey teams? Come on.
Oh, yeah. No.
That's the thing. They're like, imagine
Yankees
fans, but all their teams.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Obviously Yankees, and those were the most annoying ones. But it's not like Yankees fans, I don't even think of as New Yorkers because every fucking person in Miami is a Yankees fan too.
Yeah, just like everyone's a Cowboys fan.
Yeah.
It's not a real New York team.
Yankees, Cowboys, and Lakers all have the same fan base.
Yeah, which is everyone who's just wants a winning team.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. It is what it is, man. But who has the greatest fan base in basketball is the Miami Heat. Do you think so, or do you not think so?
I know it as a fact.
Yes. I just find it funny that national media trashes Heat fans when even during our down years, not making the playoffs years, we're top 10 in viewership in the entire NBA.
Yeah, for sure.
But
ever since the big three, we're always top 5 in ticket sales and TV every year, no matter what's happened since then, for sure.
Yeah, because they've built up equity.
Yeah,
except
for with Edwin.
Except for
and
with
a lot of people.
Yeah, a bunch of people were trying to fire Spo. Weirdos,
bro. All those panic button babies just pissed me off so much.
Yeah,
bro. Since Jimmy Butler's return, they literally have the best defense in the NBA. Literally, that's not hyperbole. Yeah. That's not me fudging the numbers. It's a literal fact that one player returned, and all of a sudden the team is good again. My face, dude. We gotta trade. Ah! No way.
It's insane. It's insane, dude. And I remember like a couple of weeks ago when the Heat were in the middle of their run, and I just pointed out, 94, 96, 94, all these games where the Heat led held their opponent to under 100 points.
Yeah.
Edwin had no idea. And he was one of those fans, you know what I mean? One of those panic fans.
Oh.
And they've continued that even through the All-Star break and now into the second half of the season. They're still doing it.
Yeah, because they'll go, we don't have enough. It's like, okay, no duh, but
yeah.
Again, it's like stating the obvious. Yes, this isn't the best team in the NBA, but like they're still pretty good, man.
Yeah, man. They didn't make it to the finals because they were like, because no one else was around. You know what I mean? Like they beat legit teams to make it there. Yeah.
I think it's the offense looks so bad sometimes that I think it just turns people off to the team in general. Because there's times, man, where they look like a D League team or G League or whatever the hell it's called now on offense. They go through spurts.
Yeah.
And I think, like I was watching the other day, I'm like, damn, man, I guess I can see where people kind of get freaked out, where it's literally just everyone standing around. They'll go like 1 for 16 to open a quarter, and you're like, oh god, what's happening?
And it happens like when shots aren't falling. Yeah,
they're getting looks. It's just it won't go in, dude.
Yeah, that's a weird thing, and it tends to just circulate around their squad.
Yeah. Oh no, when the team goes cold, like Jimmy and Bam will miss little like layups at the rim when the team is just cold. It's insane. Everyone.
It's infuriating. And they still win those games, which is weird.
because of their defense. You can't score. Yeah, you can't score 100 points on them.
Exactly.
They're like, in modern NBA. Yeah,
they're like the Dolphins.
Exactly.
All right, they are like what the Miami Dolphins just did. For real.
Exactly.
I like how our teams mirror each other.
Yes.
Or are the Dolphins like the Heat?
I would say the Dolphins are like the Heat because the Heat run this town for.
Exactly.
It's going to be a long time before the Dolphins can bring it back.
It's gonna be a minute. I mean, yeah. I mean, if the Dolphins win a Super Bowl, that's it. It's gonna switch overnight.
Yeah, because everyone loves football.
Exactly.
But like our generation and everyone before us grew up where Heat were the thing. Everyone grew up. That's the good team. That's the team you grew up watching and loving. Like specifically, like I said, our generation and a little bit younger.
Yeah,
like, the Dolphins have been garbage
for a long time.
Until like last year.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, but and when is the last time a Dolphins player was eligible for the Hall of Fame? Was it Jason Taylor?
Probably.
Was that the last time that now we've got two Heat players? Yeah.
Yes. They both played equal number of years.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Zach Thomas.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant that actually got in, because poor Zach Thomas is a finalist every year, and they leave him out because Miami
I know. Exactly. but he's from the same era as Jason Taylor.
Yeah.
But it was just those two guys. Those are the only two guys that are Hall of Fame worthy in how many years?
Yeah.
Since Marino, basically.
Did Ricky Williams just not do it long enough? Did he just like quit before he could be like Hall of Fame eligible? Because I was putting up crazy numbers before he left football. You know,
he had 2,000 yard seasons and stuff like that. But yeah,
that was the first time someone traded a draft for a player.
Yes.
Who was it? Ditka with the Saints?
Where he literally
traded. He traded an entire draft for the guy.
Yes, and he put on fake dreadlocks too. Not as bad as blackface, but dude, yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, all right, Ditka.
It's Mike Ditka. He's your grandpa who definitely says things he shouldn't say, like at
exactly. Yep. He totally is. But now the Miami Heat, they have both Bosh and Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, I didn't know that they both played 6 seasons with the Heat, because I think you think of Hardaway as a Heat guy, and that's it. But they both played the same amount of years. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's also surprising. I feel like Tim Hardaway played for the Heat like my entire youth.
That's what I'm saying. That's
what
I
mean.
Yeah.
Like as soon as Riley got here, it was Tim Hardaway up until like I graduated high school. But no, that's not the case.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, I thought he was like I knew he played. He didn't start here, Hardaway, but I didn't know it was only 6 years because, like I said, Bosch same amount. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's insane. And I feel like Bosch. When I hear Bosch 6 years, I feel like it wasn't that long.
Because I think the 4 years of Big Three kind of was a blur. Because if you think about it, the Big Three were here for 4 years, and then he only played 2 more seasons. That's not like, whoa. Yeah. But you don't think of him, like I said, he doesn't have the same...
The thing is that he didn't really play those 2 other seasons because he had the blood clots. Yeah. He missed considerable amount of time those 2 seasons. You know?
It sucks, man.
That's why it feels like less. Yeah, it does suck, man. His career was cut short. Too short, man.
It fucked everything up for the Heat for like 3-4 years. It set us back because we were like, hey, you know what? Dude, Bosch stuck around. We're going to build around him. Let's go. And we were all good with that. Yep. And then out of nowhere, they pull that guy out, and then you get Whiteside and fucking Philly
Tyler
Cheese
Johnson.
And all these clowns getting money because they're just like,
Dirty Sprite. You know what? You know what the problem was? We signed too many guys with nicknames like Dirty Sprite, Philly Cheese. Like, you can't have those guys on your team. Maybe you can have one of those guys. Maybe you can have one of those guys, but we had like 4 of those guys, man. You know? The brothers Johnson.
It was too many reclamation projects without any established stars. You can bring in Eddie Curry and all these other guys when you have a team already. They can't be a reclamation project and also your star.
Exactly. But man, hey, credit to the Heat. They
figured it out, man.
When is the last time a team lost a player like LeBron James on that caliber and then made it back to the finals while that guy was still in the league?
Never. Never.
When does that happen? That doesn't happen.
No.
You know? That's
like
insane.
I said, I was down on Pat and the XL Assassin for a little bit there. I was like, yo, like, all right, Chris Bosh has been gone for a little bit, and we're still doing these weird things. And then they weren't like, hey, we're going to steal Jimmy Butler on discount prices. Boom, finals. Like, you're back. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry I ever doubted you. Never again. You guys know what you're doing.
Right?
I'm always going to keep my mouth shut.
That's insane, man. Those guys, I feel like they don't always have like all the money to spend and everything. Like
Never.
I feel like the Lakers, everyone just, oh yeah, I'll take less money to go play for the Lakers, and I'm like, man, why does that fan base get to be so lucky, bro?
Yeah, exactly.
They have the Dodgers and the Lakers.
Whatever, bro.
That is unfair.
Miami fandom is earned, bro. You don't just get it.
That's true.
And you got to deal with a lot of bad years and a lot of stinky teams and horrible owners, but you stick with it. Not like these soft New York and freaking LA. Like, I don't want to hear it, bro. You don't have any down years.
Except for the Yankees, New York has a lot of down years.
But it's New York. But like you said, but people still want to go play there. Maybe it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But there's always something happening. You know what I mean?
That is true. Except for the Knicks now. I feel like the Knicks are not getting the benefit of the doubt anymore.
After Carmelo kind of fizzled out there, they have not been able to bring anyone up. Anyone.
Mm-hmm.
They just get guys like, oh, Julius Randle. Oh, oops, he's actually good.
Yeah.
It was more of an accident than anything.
By accident, for real. Oh, Lord. But, and that's just a testimony to how bad that ownership is, man.
Oh,
and the management and everything. Like, nobody wants to play. Like, when you get to the point where players actively don't want to take your money to do something that they love, that's really
not only that, but they'll do it across the street with the Nets.
Yes.
It's not even that the Knicks, whatever, they're down, blah, 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 they have a bad owner. There's another team, you could throw a rock, you know what I mean? And they're getting literally everyone. Because people want to be in New York, they just don't want to be a Knick.
Exactly. That's why it was smart for the Nets to move to Brooklyn, because they're stealing that fan base, man.
Oh, for sure.
They're stealing that whole city.
Yeah.
You know, because even Spike Lee considered moving from Knicks fan base because he's from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense for him, but he's a lifelong Knicks fan, so it's hard for him to do that. He's not going to do it. Exactly. Yeah. That would be the ultimate, like, okay, sell the team. Not even sell the team, move the team.
That's the last straw.
Yeah. Move it to New Jersey where the Nets once were. Like,
do you think if the Nets were still in New Jersey, if they just got a good owner, they'd still be able to pull this off? Or it's like, no, Brooklyn plays a huge part in it.
Yeah, Brooklyn plays a huge part. Not only that, like, Jay-Z was part of that organization for a long time. Like, they built up a lot of equity very fast.
Yeah. I just thought it was interesting because, like, the Nets had good teams back in the day. It wasn't like they were a completely trash franchise. But, like, you say New Jersey and people are like...
Exactly. Like, nobody wants to live in Newark.
Yeah, Newark or Trenton. No. East Orange. No, bro. Keep me away from there.
Yeah. No, thanks. I flew into New York once. And it was a what's it called? A layover.
Yeah.
You know, I was there for like an hour and I was like, this place sucks.
Yeah, when your airport's bad, like, forget it.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Granted, the New York ones are not good either, but...
You know what? Last week I was away, right? You guys saw I took a little vacation out to Salt Lake City, and I had a layover in Denver. And Denver, their airport has a bunch of weird conspiracies behind it, and the airport actually like leaned into it, and they
embraces it.
Yeah, they embrace it, and there's like links like, oh, you know, go to Denver Airport Conspiracies or .com or something like that. I forget what the actual URL is.
Yeah.
But they poke fun at the fact that there's a bunch of conspiracies tied to their airport for some reason. I think it's just because it's, you know, I think part of it is that there's a bunch of underground layers. Underground tunnels that lead to different places or whatever. It's the hub for that kind of shit or something like that. They lean into that lizard people conspiracy really hard there. That's crazy.
Hilarious.
It's funny that they embrace it. That's
because they're all baked out of their minds. They're just like,
yes,
whatever, man. The marketing people were just like, oh, no big deal.
Yeah.
Edible. Oh, lizard people, that's hilarious. Let's put it in the airport.
They should make little lizard CBD gummies.
Hell yeah, man. It would sell like crazy.
Yeah.
No, the wildest layover I ever had was when I was still with Miami FC, and we were going from San Francisco to Edmonton, and we had to switch planes in Calgary. And the inside looked like kind of like, you know, like the airport in Total Recall where they have like the little scanner in there, but it literally looked like that. Like it looked like an 80s sci-fi movie. There was like a weird tram in the middle, and there were these old people with like cowboy vests, and they'd walk around with like support dogs so you could pet them, and if you wanted to feel like, it was the weirdest place I've ever been.
Bro, Canada's wild.
Oh, yeah, dude. Like Calgary, I was like, what is happening right? Because it literally looked like the set in an 80s sci-fi movie. That's obviously when it was built, and they just never changed it. And then there was like an army of old people in cowboy vests and cowboy hats with like golden retrievers, so you can like pet them if you were feeling anxious.
Oh my God.
That's really weird.
Yeah, if you ever want, and you have to, if you ever have to have a layover while you're traveling in Canada, at least make it Calgary.
Oh Lord, I flew out of Orlando when I went last weekend, and Orlando City actually has like a little store.
Nice.
In there, I didn't see anything magic. I'm like, I would have thought magic if they've been there for 32 years or something like that. They don't have anything in there.
But Orlando was also the first, well, obviously after the fusion, but the first modern MLS Florida team where you could go anywhere in Florida and you saw Orlando City stickers. Here, Orlando, further north, they were everywhere. Like,
even here in Miami. That's true.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. They made such a big impact that I can see where, even though they sucked, they haven't won anything either. Last year was their best season, but just cultural impact. Yeah, don't get us started on that team, bro. But that fan base, was so passionate, and they had the cool stadium, and obviously the purple. It looks awesome, purple and gold.
Yeah,
and I think that's probably why they were just like, whoop, jump over the Magic because they have to be the most unremarkable team in the NBA because they're not
Magic?
even like because it's not even like Cleveland where like they're losers. It's just like there's that team in Orlando I forgot.
Yeah, and they've been to the finals a couple times.
They're irrelevant, man. It's crazy.
It's weird. It's really weird. I feel like I don't know, man. That's one of those teams that's always scared that they're gonna lose their franchise. You know what I mean?
Anytime someone's like, "Ooh, Vancouver is getting a team again," they're like, "Oh, Magic is out, bro." Since Dwight, they haven't been anywhere.
No, they haven't. I mean, now that they have Vujicic, what's that guy's? How do you pronounce that guy's name? Yeah. Now that they have Vucevic, whatever. Those Eastern European names, bro, they always get me.
You never know how to pronounce the C and the K. Because depending on what country they're from, you have to say different.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. But now that they have him, he's a 2-time All-Star, and the rumors are that he might come to Miami. He's been
there forever, too. He's been there forever.
Orlando fans must hate Miami so hard.
Oh, well, because they want to be Miami, for sure.
Yeah.
Orlando isn't the best. It is what it is. Nothing against them, but if you're not going to a theme park, it's not.
I drive.
It's whatever. I'm just saying.
Nice.
I'm talking about just like if you lived in Orlando full time, which I've had friends and visited, and it's like it's whatever, but it's not Miami. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but also Miami, like. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, that's too much. Like, you know what I mean?
People leave all the time.
I know.
People move from Miami all the time because they're like, forget it, bro. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, no. Some people can't hack it.
Dude, so I meant to tell the story on Tuesday, but I was in San Antonio visiting my mom, and I got back late Sunday, like past midnight.
Okay.
And I was hungry.
So technically Monday.
Yeah, and the only place that I know is going to be open past midnight on a weekday is Checkers.
Yeah.
Whatever. I know it's going to be open. I don't need to take a risk. It's going to be open.
Yeah.
I'm driving home, stop at the one at Biscayne and 15th. And when I pull up, it's like 5 cop cars. And I'm like, it's
one
midnight.
Though, that Checkers always.
Exactly. It's not like
that
weird
one,
or anything. That place, something's always going down there, right?
Yeah,
so I'm not fazed by it. Whatever. And I'm driving up, and I'm sitting at the little speaker drive-through for like 10 minutes. And the manager comes out and goes, sorry, we're only taking up walk-ins. Okay, whatever. So as I'm walking over, the reason the drive-through wasn't operating was because some lady got into a fight with a bunch of the wait staff. So all the staff was talking to the cops, so they didn't have enough people to run both things. So I had been in Miami for maybe an hour, and that already popped off. And then while I'm there, waiting for my food, 2 very nice young gentlemen, enjoying themselves, just start talking to me. They're very friendly. And then they're just like, bro, we are zonked out on shrooms. They're talking to me, whatever. And they're talking to the cops, and it's cordial. And then out of nowhere, they start heckling the cops. And I'm like, bro, I'm going to be here for a shooting.
Damn.
So within an hour of being back in Miami, that's what happened to me. I'm like, what should I expect? That's the way it goes down around here.
Yep. You took a deep breath. You were like, good to be home. Oh, Lord.
Mamma mia.
Yeah, man. No, I remember when I was in my 20s, there was a few years where I was still in that going to South Beach clubbing phase, right? But every single time I would go to South Beach, whether it was daytime or nighttime, whatever, whenever I'd be walking down Washington or what's the other street?
Ocean?
Huh?
Or Collins?
Collins. Whenever I'd be walking down Washington or Collins, somebody would walk in the opposite direction.
Oh, yeah.
And as soon as they pass me, you want some Coke? And I'm like, what?
Yep.
No. Get away from me, you weirdo. I don't want any of that stuff.
Yeah, one of my friends came down like a while back for the first time, and he wanted to see South Beach, whatever, and we went to the Club Deuce, and we were just like stopping at like one of the little bodegas, getting a water or whatever, and we're there, and a guy walks up.
Sandwichery?
Like I said, just one of the, like, to get water or whatever, and yep, sure enough, we're there paying at the counter, a guy walks up to us, like, oh, what's up, guys? You want Coke? Like, do you know how many yeses you have to get for that to be your business strategy?
Probably not that much.
I'm just saying, you have to get enough yeses for an unwarranted offering of cocaine, is what I'm trying to say. That's not just something you're just like, hey, bro, here. But there on South Beach, like, you get enough yeses where you're like, oh, that's my business strategy. I'm just going to randomly walk up to people and ask them if they want hard drugs.
Exactly. It's ridiculous, man. And
yes, I can understand why some people don't want that to be their life all the time. I think it's funny.
How many times do you think Kelly Olynyk gets offered?
I don't know. Well, it's different for him. He's not just walking down Collins and some rando. It's like, hey, brother, you want drugs?
Because, like, when you look at Kelly Olynyk, like, we obviously know that he's an NBA basketball player. But, you know, there's got to be people that they just see, you know, oh, that guy's not from Miami. He's probably here to party. Let me ask him.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's doing a little extra activity because the guy has been playing awesome recently.
He has, right? And it's so weird.
Yeah, man.
He's a very streaky kind of player.
Yeah, dude. But when he's playing good, the rest of the team is like, that's what I was trying to tell people.
Yeah.
Yes, this is not the sexiest team. It's not the best team. But when all the pieces are at least playing okay, medium, the team is really good.
Yeah, like, because they don't need they don't need that much to win because their defense is great. The defense is always going to play good enough to win a game. So if if everybody puts up like 10 points and the Stars do what they're supposed to do, like they're winning that game.
Exactly. Like if Duncan can just be okay, then there's a chance to get past the 4 seed. But I don't know what happened to that guy. And like he's playing better defense. But he still gets lost, and no one's leading the league in stupid, unnecessary fouls like that guy. Like he's just walking around and just whacking everything and going like, bro.
You ever watch Simpsons? I know the Simpsons is a little before your time.
I know references.
All right, man. Did you ever see when Bart and Lisa would get into it, and they would do the whole like, oh, if you walk into it, it's your fault kind of thing. That's
Duncan.
He's just like, that's Duncan, yeah.
And like I said, you could see, like, man, sometimes he's cutting off passing lanes and he's moving around. And you're like, all right. And then he has 3 fouls in the first quarter, and you're like, oh, we're already down.
There goes that.
Bro, we can't just have you gone for 2 quarters. And then the threes, man, they're just not there like they were, bro.
No. But he's still, I think he recently reached 400 faster than anybody else, right?
Well, I guarantee you very few players are putting them up like him, too.
That's true.
When's the last time that guy made a layup? Go ahead.
I don't know, man.
Never. I'm going to tell you, it's never.
No, he's made a couple layups. Every now and then he'll cut to the basket and like nobody expected him to do that because he just shoots threes all the time. But that's so his guy just forgets, and then he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm just wide open into the basket."
But he makes cuts to the basket and is already like going to the 3-point line.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's not making cuts to the basket to get to the basket. Where Kelly O does that really well when he's not shooting the 3 well, he's not very good. But he still does things. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's a guy who's playing a lot better defense. He's still not very good. Like, that's something we talked about before. Him and Duncan were hot garbage during those rough days, man.
Yes.
And I said,
you can't trust those guys to lead the team. That's what it is. And that's what we had to do for the entire beginning of the season when everybody had COVID or some other injury.
Exactly. My thing was they're playing the worst basketball. If they were just bad, things would be fine. And he went from a horrendous defender to like a bad defender, and it makes an enormous difference on the team because he still gets out rebounded and gets lost, but every once in a while he contests a good shot. He moves well, you know what I mean? Every once in a while he does enough, and it's like I said, for him has been a huge difference. Obviously, having Jimmy back, the guy is unreal, but now that they're above 500, they've lost like 2 games in like the last 20 or whatever. And I think a lot of it has to do with him playing normal, just normal. Because there was a time during the win streak where he was like 1 for 35 from 3. And people were like, what happened? What happened, dude? But they were still winning because he was doing other things. And now he's catching fire from 3, and it makes a huge difference, man.
It really does, man. You know, it's funny. I was preparing for the show yesterday, and I'm just looking at the Heat schedule, and I'm like, all right, let me see how many wins they've had recently. I'm like, win, loss, win, and I'm like, all right, fuck it. They have a lot of wins. I'm like, I'm not even gonna count. Fuck this shit. They've just won so much recently. It's insane. I love it. I love it. They're like the Panthers, bro.
Cardiac cats, bro.
I know.
Like,
every
it's
game.
Awesome. Every game since the beginning of the season, dude.
Yeah.
But hey,
and
as long as you keep winning,
exactly. I like that they are able to pull out those close games, man, because that's going to help a lot in the playoffs.
My thing has always been like sooner or later that's going to catch up to you in terms of fatigue, not only physically but mentally. Where like every time the third time, it's like you or die. We got to do this. We're either going to lose or have to go to freaking overtime again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, man, like just win a game, please.
Yes, man. But they are, man, and they even those overtime games that they always end, not always, but more often than not, they squeak those out. Yeah.
Dude, the only team we can't beat are the Hurricanes. For some reason.
It's weird, right?
They just own us. I don't know why. We took out Tampa, like, hard. We took them out.
Seriously.
Yeah, but Carolina, I don't know what it is about that team. I don't know enough about hockey yet to be like, yo, this is what they do. These players do this. It's just like, I don't know. It's Carolina, probably an L, dude. But that's the only team. That's it. Every other team, we're either competitive or smoke. Hey, it is what it is. We just got to figure out a way to dodge them in the playoffs.
Exactly.
It's like, yo, we need to either win a couple of games or lose a couple of games to dodge them.
Yeah. It was like that season when Tampa Bay had like the best record in history of the NHL or something like that, and then they lost in the first round. They just got a bad matchup or something. Like, yeah, no, let's not do that.
Yeah, man, like, whew, but yeah, they're fun to watch. They're not a grinded out 1-0 team. They go out there and everyone is flying around, dude.
Yes.
And that's why you give up a lot of goals, but it's still fun to watch. Just everyone, defenders, wings, centers, it doesn't matter. Everyone is just up, flying and doing stuff. It's so much fun to watch.
And I feel like every game there's some Panther that's been here for a long time reaching some new milestone or breaking some franchise record or something like that.
Yeah. Man, well, because those core guys, but the what is it? Barkov, Ekblad, and Huberdeau, they've been here for like 7+ years. It's crazy to think about that.
Yeah, and
I think everyone's
still young.
That's the thing. I think everyone still sees them as like, oh yeah, they're like 3 or 4 years in the league. No, they're vets, dude, and they're still young, and they're all really, really good. So they're just blowing all the records away. Those 3 guys.
Yep, I love it.
Yeah, man, it's awesome.
Yeah, man. But what do you think? Do you think? I think. Because of how they're playing this season, where like you're sticking to your division, so to speak, the divisions that they made up for this season.
Yeah,
that it is sustainable. I think they are going to be able to keep doing this until the playoffs, just because that's it. They're owning these teams. They're in their heads.
Yeah, other than Carolina,
Exactly.
Everyone else, you're like, whatever, dude. We'll be fine. We'll figure it out. Like Frank the Tank, I think, has only scored goals in the third period. It's like a crazy, weird record that he has right now, where he literally only scores like game winners or in the third when the team needs it most. It's nuts.
That's awesome. I love that guy, man. Ever since he came from Boston, when they traded him for him, I was like, oh, Frank the Tank. I like that guy.
Easy, done. I saw someone called him Franklin the Tanklin. I'm like, I think that's kind of funny. I like that.
Franklin the Tanklin. I don't know.
That was a little bit. was a little bit. Whatever, man. Horny
I wonder
boys.
if he likes it. I'm sure he's been called Frank the Tank like his whole fucking life.
Yeah, I don't know, but I feel like hockey dudes are probably close to like lacrosse dudes, like a little bit.
Yeah,
where they're definitely all bros, and he's like, "Yeah, Frank the Tank, old school, yeah."
And you know, hockey players pound beer, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah.
I think he's like, "Yeah, man, Frank the Tank."
I can totally see that happening.
It's just hockey is perfect because they have so many crazy names, man. There's just everyone can have a nickname. It's great. I love it.
Here's Edwin. I just saw Mike Trout at Top Golf. I don't believe it.
You just saw a buff white guy.
Yeah.
It's easy to confuse any buff white guy with Mike Trout.
Exactly. There's no way you would know for sure that it's Mike Trout.
Exactly. But knowing Edwin, he probably went, Mike.
Yep, for sure. 100%. and he probably yelled out, "Go Dodgers!"
Ay. What a guy.
Gotta love that guy. Speaking of baseball, bro, Marlins.
I love it, dude.
They're pulling a Lions.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, man, they are crushing it in preseason, but like it's the same team from last year. Yeah. No one thinks they're that good. Mm-hmm. Are we gonna pull another Lions where it's like hammer everyone in the preseason and then 0-16? Yeah. That's what I'm worried about. Like,
but Marlins, they've done that before where they have an amazing spring training and then they just they suck during the regular season.
Yeah, like it comes to the real thing. Exactly. Yeah. Like the team is the team. Like, listen, all you've added is Adam Duvall to that lineup, dude. It is what it is. It's pitching, and can we score enough runs to back up the pitching? Because the pitching is like 4 or 5 deep at this point. Exactly.
I guess they're like another example of what the Dolphins and the Heat are doing. They're great defensively because they have good pitching.
Yeah,
but their offense sucks.
But what I love about the Marlins lineup is no one is like a scary hitter, but 1 to 8 or 9 or whatever can hit a bomb, dude.
Yes, there you go. See, it was a guy in a Trout jersey, and he did yell "Go Dodgers." I mean, I know him, bro.
Oh, if he's at Topgolf, he's had a couple of drinks, so he's feeling loose, so he's definitely yelling and heckling people.
Yep. Maybe I don't know about a couple of drinks because he's there with his in-laws. Maybe a drink.
Or is
Edwin's a lightweight. That's all it takes for him.
He's like a good
super
stiff.
Lightweight.
Yeah, he's like a good stiff Long Island, and it's over for that guy.
Oh God, so hard. Before he's even done with a drink, he's like, "Oh guys, I don't know if I can have another one."
Like when I started drinking and stuff in college, that was like the cheap drink that I would always have, to the point where now I can't really drink them anymore because the taste, that like leftover taste that I'd wake up with, grosses me out.
Yeah.
It's like $3 well night. Mix it up, baby. Let's go.
Yep. I mean, I know so many people that they have, like a lot of people have that one drink where they can't drink it because it reminds them of that one time they got really drunk and threw up everywhere. And, like I know somebody that they can't have Blue Moon beer.
Just because
they got really drunk on Blue Moon once and they threw up all over the place.
And that's it.
And now they just can't. They were in the bushes. Like,
yeah, man. And like I said, it was just because I always woke up with that like gross, like sweet but too much citrus, old liquor taste in my mouth.
College was fun.
It was good times. No worries back then. Send me back to school, dude. It was so much easier.
There you go. I didn't want to put her name out there like that, but
Hey man, she wants people to know. Don't offer me a blue moon, bro.
Don't buy a Blue Moon for Yami. She doesn't like it.
She can't anymore.
Oh my god.
Do you have one of those, or you're so hardcore that doesn't even phase
bro.
you?
The only thing that messes me up is when I mix drinks. And, and it's usually like okay, I'm mixing, and then I do a tequila shot, and I'm like, okay.
Oh, but that's the thing.
Night's over. You know what I mean? The tequila shot at the end after mixing a bunch of shit. That's what usually does it for me. But
the one of 2 times I've ever thrown up from drinking, that's how it went down. It was party, and then they're like, let's do shots, and it's wah!
Yeah.
Reaction.
As quickly as it goes in, it goes out faster.
That's the only time I've ever thrown up in public. It's very embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. But you gotta, you just gotta shake it off and like, keep going. Probably not a good idea. Yeah, rally.
I'm not that hard. I'm not that hardcore.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess it's just me. I got it in pretty hard in college. Yeah.
You were a Bruton Rally guy?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I partied pretty hard.
Nah, man, I was too soft for that.
I don't know how I did it. I'm not a big dude or anything, Hey,
man, I mean? Whatever. You just got the tolerance, bro.
Yeah.
You see, I think I'm not necessarily. Yeah, I'm not necessarily a heavyweight. I think I'm just a large person, so that raises it.
And Goldschlager.
Gourmet, dude. He's wasted,
yeah, he's
bro.
gone. He's gone. Can't even chew Big Red anymore.
Goldschlager? No, you're talking about Fireball. Goldschlager is not cinnamon flavored, is it?
I don't know if I've ever had Goldschlager.
That's like a weird. Yeah, the vodka with the little sprinklies in it.
Goldschlager, it has like little gold things.
Yeah, but I don't think it's cinnamon flavored. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm thinking maybe he's thinking of Fireball.
I think it is. No. Edwin knows what Fireball is. I think. Yeah,
he knows.
He knows. I remember we had a work trip, like I guess our Christmas party was at Topgolf, and I bought shots for like all the people that I know don't like doing shots, and they had to do it. Edwin was one of them. As soon as he gets there, he's like, "Oh man," I'm like, "Yep, you're doing a shot with me, you son of a bitch."
What is it about Christmas parties that everyone gets so loose? It's weird.
I don't know.
Because like when I was working at Harvard, they did the big athletic department Christmas party. I'm like, yo, this is gonna be stuffy and boring.
Oh, Harvard.
Everybody.
Yeah.
From the top of the top to us interns, everyone was getting wild. I was like, all right, let's go, damn. You know what I mean? Like
that's pretty awesome.
Bring out the pool tables, let's go. But I was like, oh, this is gonna be so boring. Ugh. But no, man, they got. But it's specifically Christmas parties.
Yeah.
Because you have other parties at your work and whatever, but Christmas, everyone gets nuts. It's so strange.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. No, the weirdest one that I thought that I could that I experienced was when I worked at a school. I worked at a charter school, and at the end of the year, they have like an end of the year party with all the different charter schools from that company, and it was at Perry Jungle Island. And it was open bar, and it's just all these teachers getting loose, dude. Super loose, dude. And I was like, yes, this is
Thank
fun.
God I took this job.
It was worth it. Yeah. That was so much fun, bro. That was one of the best work parties I ever went to. Open bar at Jungle Island? Come on, dude.
I think because as soon as someone says open bar, I think everyone puts a switch on in their brain like, oh, yeah. This is happening. Because if it's not, people are like, oh, whatever, you'll have a good time. Even if it's cheap, you're still like, I don't know. But there's something in your brain that goes open bar, goes click, oh, baby.
Yeah, bro. You ever been to a wedding where you have to pay for the drinks? That sucks.
It's gauche. All right, you know what it is?
Yeah.
What are you doing? None of that. Like
those weddings always suck.
Like, save money on the chairs and the plates and the cake and make sure that thing's open bar, bro.
Seriously. If anything, just go rob a liquor store. Sometimes you leave those back doors open, they won't see you. Oh, God.
Mamma mia.
We'll see, man. We'll see if the Dolphins can rob a liquor store and
they're gonna rob
this offseason. Yeah, I can't wait. I hope it's Houston.
Yeah, so this is they're either gonna rob like that $400 bottle of like Crown Royal, whatever.
Yeah.
Or like 120 pack of like Coors. Those are the two options we got right now. And either option is awesome.
Exactly. We can still party. Either way, we're going to party. I love it.
But I think, obviously, like I said, for us, Watson is obviously the number one option. Mm-hmm. But like Edwin says, as it keeps going, I'm like, hey, if it happens, it happens. It's so close to just like the free agency thing blowing up and then the draft where I'm like, bro, that's going to be awesome. We're going to have like 10 new guys on this team and all of them are going to be really good. It's going to be insane.
Yeah. Oh, man. Chris Greer, bro. That guy's doing it.
He gets it, dude.
Yep. Well, man, what's crazy is that, like you said, we're either going to get Watson or, a bunch of other awesome dudes. Yeah. But and I'm not even like if we don't get like obviously I love Watson and I want him to be a fucking Dolphin. If it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna be like upset about it.
Exactly.
Just because of the position that we're in, man. It's insane.
Dude. And so now as the draft is getting closer, now more and more of the quarterbacks are doing their workouts. So every day it's like, ooh, look at Trey Lance. That guy can really bomb it. Or Zach Wilson. That guy's awesome. Yeah. I think every day that we get closer to the draft, that number 3 pick is going to just keep getting more inflated in value. That by the time the draft runs around and every mock draft has 5 straight quarterbacks going, there's going to be a team that's going to fall in love with a dude and just give up the bank for him just for that 3rd pick. And then we're going to have more picks. It's just going to be like we're going to have a whole new squad. Like
it's going to be insane. It's going to be like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, bro.
Oh, dude.
What I'm hoping is that the Jets just fuck up the draft. And don't take a quarterback
to really.
Oh my God! Do you know how the offers that we'll get if the Jets don't take a QB is gonna be astronomical, dude?
Yeah, but again, that's my thing. So like a team like Carolina or Denver, that's just out of range of like one of the top 5 dudes. If it is quarterback, again, like I said, no matter what happens, the Dolphins come out on top, dude. Like you said, your scenario, awesome. If it is 2 quarterbacks, still awesome. People are going to be like, oh, there's already 2 off the board. We got to go.
Yeah.
And like I said, it just takes one of these dumb GMs to fall in love with one of these random guys who throws the ball real good in shorts. And the Dolphins come out on top because of it, dude. It's amazing.
Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait. I can't even.
Like, I love the draft. Like, it's going to be the best draft I've ever watched.
Oh, yeah. This year, for sure.
Oh. Because I love...
It just sucks that it's in a pandemic and we can't have a fucking draft party.
Yeah, but like I said, I've been a huge draft guy forever. I just love NFL draft, NBA draft, bro. I love, especially when I worked in college sports and I really knew the people. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. But now that they have so many picks, dude, cannot wait to see what happens.
Man, usually I kind of follow college basketball, but this season I haven't followed it at all, dude.
It's a throwaway season. Dude, like every game of like whatever tournament, it's like, oh, Virginia wins on a buzzer beater. Positive COVID test, they're out. And every time some team wins a big game in their conference tournament, it's been COVID, they're out. It's happened like 3 or 4 times already.
That's crazy. FIU, before they even played their first game, they were like, it was funny because FIU had a terrible season, man.
Yeah.
They had, like, how their football season went is how their basketball season went. It was really bad. So bad that their star player called it quits in the middle of the regular season, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to transfer. He didn't even finish the regular season, bro.
That's tough, man.
Yeah.
It was a tough year for FIU, dude.
Tough year for FIU, man. Anyways, but in Conference USA, everybody makes a tournament. So if they would have...
I think most conference tournaments are like that.
Yeah.
Where everyone, like, there's like some playing games if you have a lot of teams or whatever.
Okay.
But that's always what's fun about the conference tournaments when college basketball actually matters. Because there's always one team that finished like 8th in their conference, and then they make it to like the semis and ruin it for a bunch of other teams.
Yep.
And then big teams get put on the bubble because they lost and da-da-da-da. But none of the good teams are even good this year on top of that.
It's weird, bro.
Like, I don't want to see
Kentucky sucks, Duke sucks.
And UNC, like, I don't want to watch Gonzaga, Iowa, bro. Like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for one of them making a run, But it's like,
you know what I do like though. You know what I do like is that a lot of kids now are jumping on board to take their talents to HBCUs
or just other schools in general. Yeah. Now that it's like one and done, they're like, whatever. I'm just gonna go somewhere, score 30 points a game, and move on with my life.
Yes, you don't have to go to Duke. You don't have to go to Kentucky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like that they're going to HBCUs because those schools never get love.
And
when it comes to sports,
fan bases.
Yes.
Oh, like it doesn't matter if the team is good or not. HBCUs are always turning out and having an awesome time.
Yeah, man. So it's gonna get to the point, I hope, where you see all the HBCUs like making the tournament.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's gonna be fun.
But you still want the regular big boys up there for them to take out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like not even Kansas is good this year. It's unreal.
It's weird, dude. But what I'm excited about is the HBCUs making a tournament, and then we get to hear their bands in the stands.
That's what we're trying to get at. That's the only reason. Like,
I'm a band nerd, so that's kind of shit I like.
but the first or second game of every football season is Bethune-Cookman or FAU or FAMU. Excuse me. Yeah. And there's a reason why those games still aren't like completely empty because they're like, I gotta check out these bands, bro.
They're so good.
Oh, of course, they're awesome. Dude, Drumline, one of my favorite terrible movies of all time. I love that movie. I watch it all the time. It's a piece of crap, but man, I absolutely love it.
Yeah, me too, man. I love that movie. I love I'm in a fucking band fraternity, and they're like all over that movie.
Yeah, of course.
It's great.
It just came out like at a good time for me because one of my best friends was also a band guy. So I was always hanging, like he'd be walking around high school with like his snare drum or whatever, his sticks and like the little pad or whatever. So I was like, yo, that's cool, dude. And then that movie came out and it was just like, and it's a fairly big deal in this general area because of Bethune-Cookman and FAMU. So even if you're not super into it, I feel if you go to high school in Miami, you know of it because there's someone around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, for sure. I love
that. Oh man, so, dude, almost done with my drink.
I crushed 2 beers. That's a lot for me.
That's great, dude.
Doing it for Boggs, bro.
You gotta do it for the Boggs. One day we'll pull a fucking Boggs. I can't believe we still haven't pulled a Boggs. How many times have we done that damn segment, bro?
Dude, hundreds of cards.
Oh,
and not one. That's wild.
It's gonna be so lit when we finally pull a Boggs.
But you know what it is? You know what it was? Edwin cheated the system, and now he's ruined it forever. That's what happened.
It's the bad juju.
Yep. He ruined it.
Yep. Thanks a lot, Edwin.
Thanks a lot, dude.
All right, guys.
We got to like Pokemon cards or something now.
We got a what?
Transition to like Pokemon cards now.
Oh! What if you pull a Mewtwo or something?
Or whatever it is that's like worth like 50 grand? I'll crush a beer for that.
God damn, hell yeah.
Before we go, I'm literally going to storage with my little brother on Sunday because I know there's a binder hidden in there somewhere worth 5 grand easy right now.
That's nice. What are you going to do with it?
Oh, if I find it, I'm going to sell all of that, bro. Like, I need the money.
No, bro. Put that money away. Let it start building your retirement.
It's been building since I was like 10.
That's the most old man thing I can tell you.
No, but it's just
don't spend
that
it.
Market. No, that market is as high as it's ever going to be right now. It's very strange what's happening with the cards.
No, I'm not saying to not sell the cards. I'm saying don't sell the cards and then use the money to pay your bills. Don't do that shit.
Just keep my debt and put that in the bank.
Yes. Not in a bank, in a fucking interest-bearing account. That's how you know.
When you start talking stonks.
When I start talking, finance and shit like that.
Grown-up Gus comes out when he.
Oh God, my education. I got an education just so I can sound smart when I drink. That's it.
What else you do it for?
No, I mean I went to college to party and I learned some shit along the way. I guess.
There you go, dude. That's more than most people.
That's true. Everybody, thank you for joining us for episode 4 of season 7, happy hour edition of the Evening Juice with Lemon City Live.
Inaugural five Reasons broadcast as well.
That's right. Our inaugural episode on the 5 Reasons YouTube network. Thank you to Ethan for giving us this opportunity. And
new platform.
For the new platform. The rest of the 5 Reasoners out there. Holla at your boy. That chat is completely lit.
Too lit.
A little bit. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in, and remember to join us every Tuesday night and Friday night right here wherever you're watching, 9 o'clock. And if you miss it, you can just the next day it's on the podcast. Just look for Lemon City Live wherever you get your podcasts. Rate, review, give us some good 5-star ratings.
Please.
Say some nice things. That's how
get that algorithm going.
Exactly. That's how we get to the front of the bus in the iTunes network and all that stuff. So yeah. Holla at your boys. We will see you guys next week.
Bye.